around Pitts Compton here, y'all, aka Jim J, aka J Legend, aka the best in the business. I'm here talking about the Eagles going against the Cowboys, and it was an epic collapse. The Eagles is up 21-0 in the first half, and they let the Cowboys come all the way back with bad penalties in the second half. They had 2 turnovers. They had like about 20 penalties that stalled a lot of drives. They ended up having like 4 3 and outs in a row. And there's no way in the world they should have lost this game. And they couldn't get the run game started. Jalen Hurts played pretty good. Even though that sack in the fourth quarter, uh, after they got the turnover, uh, it led to that field goal at the end. And it just didn't go the way it was supposed to go. Eagles actually gave them the game. They truly gave them the game. And it was just a horrible outing in the second half because we was lights out in the first half. Jalen Hurts, he had like about 40 passing attempts, but he was pretty accurate in the passing game. Even though I know you can't do that in every game, you're not every game call for that, but when they let him throw, he was pretty accurate. They just couldn't get the running game to run the clock out going. And that was the biggest problem. Yeah, that was the biggest problem they had. But I believe the Eagles going to bounce back against the Bears, but we still probably going to go 14-3. But this was a game that we would have won this game. We would have locked it up. We would have locked up the number 1 seed. We would have buried the Cowboys. But now they still they playoff hopes is still alive. But this game we shouldn't have lost. It didn't even make no sense. But we still in first place in the division. We 8-3. We had some games last year where we lost that we shouldn't have lost. Yeah, I don't think that's no different than this year. We were losing games, losing certain games that we should have won. So now we lost against the Giants and the Cowboys, but people making it more like all of a sudden now we in panic. No, we not. It's one game, even though it's a game we should have won. but this is one game. Cause we haven't lost back to back games, and we did lose back to back games this year. The Giants, and then we had the Broncos. But I don't see us doing that again. But I see the Eagles bouncing back in this game going against the Bears. I see us mollywopping the Bears. And I believe in the second half we took our feet off the pedal, and we just let them off the hook. But Eagles gonna go back to the drawing board. They gonna see what they did wrong. But most of the what caused them to lose the game was turnovers and penalties. A lot of penalties. Most of the penalties. Cause they didn't get no points off of our turnovers. But that special team turnover, we can understand the Saquon turnover, but the special team turnover, that guy shouldn't even try to return that point. He should have let that ball go. That was just a bad turnover. That was just a bad turnover. He shouldn't even try to field that punt. Yeah, that's it. But like I was saying, like I was saying, the Eagles they got to get back to the fundamentals with these penalties. But these is stuff they work on all the time. That just them just losing focus and not handling business. That's all that was. Them losing focus, not handling business, and they just got sloppy in the second half. Cause it made no sense. Them they knew the business they had to handle. They know they had to finish the game. They probably had two games where they because they had the two complete games. And that was it the whole year. I think we had probably like three quarters of good football in this game, and it just didn't make no sense how they lost this game to a field goal at the end when this game should have been a blowout. We should have been able to run the clock out, but it didn't happen that way. But we got to regroup and go against the Bears. We should win that game, and really we got to win out for us to get the bye, even have a chance to get a bye. But this is the Crown Prince of Commentating signing out. Don't forget to like and share, subscribe to the channel. Peace.